Are we officially a party, please?
As of right now, I mean, as far as I know, Casey hasn't rescinded any resignation. So that's an email. And you got the email, right?
I think just that it was coming. I wasn't sure if that was official.
Yeah, because she said I have to resign. And essentially, I didn't hear any follow up. I said, okay, but the mayor's really the one that makes the decisions. I think because of the points. So I went ahead and just CC people on that. And that was all I heard. I have not heard any word from anyone. I just so I'm gonna get old business out of the way because if Liza doesn't join the call, unless she's out of town. But
You say can we start without her since we don't have one?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. Did you have anything you want to say? Okay. I'm gonna forget that. I'm gonna start.
I'll stay up late.
No, I'm not sick. I'm just like I've been managed to dodge. Yeah, that's probation. So old business. I'm just gonna hand this out. I was not able to get a actual balance, official balance from the treasurer. So I think that's what we have. It's the same balance sheet. She's just like, I'll print it out again if I have to. And I was like, that's fine. I already have it. We have to approve it in our minutes, but again, form time here, so we can't approve it. I was just going to notify that the music clearances for the minutes of 11/24/25, which would be October 24/25, with a special tourism meeting. Music clearances were originally $80. I was quoted, but I guess it went by $10 increase. I saw the invoice. So the music clearances for STP Productions is $90. And I believe $350 is still the current net balance by page for the special events. So that's the only money that's been spent. But we have,
and those have been submitted to be paid.
Yeah, we just got to make sure we put it on that ceremonies. Liza had some ideas about the Louisiana Riverfront Blues and BBQ Festival. She wants to start doing that, and she's talked to Gentleman. And I think his name is Matt Robert. Matt Roberts' band charges $600, I think. I don't see official price, but they're interested in playing at the Blues and BBQ Festival, and I haven't got any more details, so really it's kind of like a PowerPoint presentation at this point. There's no concrete structure.
Does she have a relative date when she would like to host that?
I don't know, but I think we were wanting to potentially entertain that idea to have it going. Maybe it would be an official replacement of the spring playing stuff.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that would be the idea. But also, tourism in general, along with the town itself, we need to start having annual events every year. Yeah. And
well, she should get with Susan Joe. She used to run Ribs on the River.
Okay.
I know Susan was at least part of that.
That's the first time I've heard of this.
Yeah, it's something they did, I believe, before COVID or around the time of COVID. Yeah, it used to be like a barbecue competition, essentially.
Oh.
That they would bring in the different smokehouses and they would all do a big ribs competition.
It's emerging.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so that would just to give her some context of here's how many people showed up, here's who we had, here's the other activities.
The chamber wanted to know if we were planning anything for the 4th of July.
Yes. So is tourism planning something, or is there going to be a separate entity?
MMO would prefer to take that on. Miss Missouri Outdoors, it's a pageant that promotes Missouri tourism and conservation. I'm a board member on that as well. And we had spoken about moving that event outside of tourism's proper scope of business and still using tourism to promote the event, but taking it outside of the scope of the city.
Okay.
So,
are they doing any event in Louisiana? Or
yeah, it would still be done here.
Okay.
Yeah. Just since last year the car show was kind of supposed to be in a side and it ended up being the main show.
At at the 4th of July?
Mhm.
I didn't know you guys did anything for the 4th of July. Did you?
We always do fireworks, but last year was the first year we did a 2-day event.
Yeah, because the idea was the fireworks are already a draw, but the fireworks can be a little tricky because some people, they might want to go to Mexico and St. Louis fireworks show. So sometimes you'll have crowds, like you'll have people packed on the hillside. Sometimes you might have a questionable amount, but also, we weren't even sure that a fireworks show was going to happen this year because one, they get pricier. I think it was like $50 for fireworks. Thanks to Clinton, though, he was able, I think he was able to upgrade the fireworks so they're more explosive. It was a better show. But also, there was a person that died and he needed certified pyrotechnics. So then that was held up in the company with kind of like, get antsy with us because of like, we don't know if we can do it now. It's like, no, it's in our contract. So it's like, you take a class and then you become a specialist or whatever. We usually just do it for one day. That sometimes though, it doesn't always fall on July 4th. I think one year it fell on July 3rd.
I mean, it depends. The 4th of July will move forward one day every single year. But the goal is for Legends and Liberty to always be whatever 4th of July weekend is.
It's kind of like O'Fallon or Hannibal, Missouri will have what's called the Freedom Fest. And so like one year O'Fallon had Brett Michaels and it was really interesting because it was in St. Louis. So Brett Michaels said that. But it was packed. But yeah. Okay, I typed all that in. I wanted to go over this with you again, and I'd like the board, which Liza was here, I'd like the board to think about this. So I brought it up in the past. You already know my concern about the billboard. I don't know if this is the official contract, but this is a contract for it, and I think we should just think about it. Think about where we can lease space, if applicable, and can we create something that is sustainable that we're not leasing? And is it possible for someone to build us a giant building? Yes. And also, I know that there are MoDOT restrictions, but again, it's kind of unfortunate that you have to pay additional money just to live in the sign. So just think about it. And
Because
this,
what is up the full contract from 25 or 25?
this one, yeah, 25-26. And it's also not just the billboard itself, but um, I think it's safe to say during election season, there's going to be a revitalization process. There's going to be a new website up and stuff like that. And so there's going to be a lot of trying to restructure and bring more homogeny to the branding. Because we talked various times about there being identity crisis and different things and stuff. So hopefully we can refresh things.
Yeah, I'm excited to see the new version.
And let me give Liza this. It's challenging.
Example?
No, the website design. It's kind of something that's not because you're combining municipality and tourism together in one. It's such a big fold.
That's a good idea. I need a website. But I will likely put Legends of Liberty on a Facebook event here shortly.
Okay, just get a head start on it.
Yeah, a lot of the guys are already posting their events in groups, so I'm not gonna hit them as hard as I did last year right off the bat. I mean, I will still keep them.
Well, but now that we already have,
Yeah.
we already have an idea now. That was just purely from scratch. That was hard, but
Yeah.
easier.
And I think Saints and Sinners is gonna try to come out this year. He said last year like fell off somebody's roof cleaning their gutters or something. And so that's why like him and his crew didn't really make it out.
Mhm.
But because they had a decent show since they missed Colorfest and had to do it the next weekend. They had an okay little show. But I also think it'll help now that I've built a personal relationship with a lot of those guys. Because a lot of them still recognize me at the Saints and Sinners show. And they were like, oh yeah, you put on Legends of Liberty car show, we'll be there. That was a great show. Like, nobody remembered the fiasco at the end. I think it was like, oh, that was a great show. We'll be back. Are you doing it again?
I know one person that definitely remembered it. He drives a white Subaru.
Oh, well, he'll be fine.
But he was a bystander enjoying the show.
Yeah. And he still got a trophy. So
To be fair, we were completely, like, after that, we're like, no, we're no people for a while.
yeah. I just can't believe how hard I cried afterwards. Like I did. I went in and I just big boo-booed to finally release all of that emotion of just being so like strung for so long of trying to get all of that together.
I was very impressed though.
I think so. I mean, for it being our first year and us being essentially a 4-man crew at that point, like we did okay. We did our best. And I do have more connections this year for judges as well.
There's actually a theory, I think Caitlin was talking about. I don't know the name for it, but there's a strange statistical, there's like a philosophical term for it. They say if there's too many people on a team, there's a natural inclination for people in the group to sit back and let everybody else do the work. But if you have a closer, tight-knit group of people, they're more likely to be motivated and commit to the work involved.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably why we were able to succeed, because if you have too many people, there's going to be, some mediocrity.
Yeah. It was just unfortunate because we definitely needed more people.
Oh,
But I have made more connections over this last year to have more judges, more boots on the ground for day of.
I think we lost a lot of that day. I look back at one of my photos, like I was super.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it took me a couple weeks to get all the color back under my eyes.
Okay, I'm not getting any responses. Should I wait like 6 more minutes? 6:20.
Do you want my actual opinion? I gave it 14 minutes.
Okay.
Um,
You guys can be blunt.
I'm in no hurry, but it's up to you.
I just have a first walk home 1.5 blocks. I guess it's 2.5 blocks. If you count this block.
I have a risk to that 1.5 to 2.5 miles.
It's a long ride,
Oh, I'm good.
especially if you're in Alfred Hitchcock.
I mean, I did get it right here, so thousands.
Okay, I guess I will adjourn this meeting. Fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Third committee meeting on the resource session. We're going to